Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to be discussing the do's and don'ts of buying shoes online, since getting out of the house to see shoes in person, whether at a retail store, thrift shop, Craigslist, or flea market, may not be an option for you or us at the moment. And since we're all making an honest effort to stay home due to COVID-19, I'm going to share with you how I spot quality shoes online that are worth your money and trouble. So as you can see here, I have 3 pairs of Strands by Edmonds. One pair I purchased at retail price for $395, and the other 2 I just got online selling at half the price. Deals like these are there to be found, so let me share 3 helpful insights and tips that have allowed me to find great deals online, and afterward, I'll tell you where and how I ended up finding these Strands so you can find a good deal yourself. So let's get started. This is the Elegant Oxford with your host, Preston Soto. Preliminary step. Know your true branding size and width. This one is almost too obvious to list, but it's really important that you know your true size and width so that you can start off right and look at shoes across all brands and conditions in your true size. This way you'll have the highest probability of success. I can't tell you how many horror stories I've heard of people buying a used shoe in the right size but not checking the width and getting a pair they can't use. Remember, no matter how good the deal might seem, a shoe in an A width will never fit you if you are a D width, even if the size is right, so look carefully. Some sellers, out of innocent ignorance, will not list the width, so make sure to look for stamping inside of the shoe just to make sure that it's the right size. For example, look at this pair of Cornwallis Adelaide Oxfords on eBay. They are a size 9 and they're brand new for only $140 and they retail for $395. This seems like a fantastic deal at first. Everything on the post seems in order and the shoes even come with free shoe cream, but if you look very carefully in one of the pictures, the box reads 9B as in boy. If you are a standard 9D as in David, these shoes will never fit you. They are 2 sizes too narrow, making them impossible to even stretch to the right size. This is an example of knowing your size. There may be a buyer out there who doesn't know about widths and will end up buying the shoes only to find that they are useless to him. You'll have to return them and it'll just cost him time and disappointment. So now we get to step 1, which is to look for brands you're familiar with but also check misspellings. This one is probably the most obvious and secure way of finding good shoes, but you'd be surprised how many people don't actually know how to spot quality brands by name. Go to brands that make quality-made shoes and start there. What also helps is to check misspellings of popular names. A common one to check for is Edmonds with a U instead of the correct spelling of Edmonds with an O. Great brands to look for are Edmonds, Alden, Crockett & Jones, Carmina, Vintage Florsheim Imperials, and Shell Cordovan models. You'd be surprised how many people buy brand new shoes, wear them one time, decide they don't like them, and sell them on eBay for half off even though they're used once. Keep an eye out for deals like that, and if you know your true size, you'll be able to buy them without much reservation. Step 2 is to inspect the shoe carefully, thoroughly, meticulously using the pictures provided. This one is actually really important because some shoes might have undesirable traits that are not immediately noticeable from far away, or they may have very desirable yet hidden traits you may want to know about and capitalize on. Make sure to inspect problem areas like eyelets for tearing and seams for cracks and rips. Issues like these might cause headaches down the road, so it's best to avoid them. If in doubt, it's better to ask the seller for an extra picture instead of chancing it and being disappointed. Did you catch what was wrong with this post? The seller has them listed as Shell Cordovan, but upon inspecting them, you can tell by the pictures that they are obviously not, so don't be fooled. Look for telltale signs of corrected grain leather, which may not be something you actually want. Heavy creasing and a glossy-like appearance everywhere are dead giveaways. If you notice that there's an area of the shoe that's being ignored throughout all the pictures, the seller might be trying to hide an issue that he doesn't want you to see. This has happened to me before, and I had to return the shoes because they had a tear in one area the owner refused to picture in the sale ad. And as you can see here, this is a pair of Shell Cordovan shoes in comparison with a pair of corrected grain shoes. Now they might look very similar, but once you know a little bit about shoes, you'll know that they are not. So make sure to inspect those pictures thoroughly. If you get really good and start to learn a lot about shoes, you can find pairs that the owner might not be aware he or she has. For example, I got this pair of, at the time, unworn vintage Shell Cordovan Florsheim Imperials for $100. These usually retail for $500 in this condition. I was just searching online one day and saw them listed as vintage dress shoes for men generically. I looked them over and immediately recognized them by the code on the inside 93605 as a Shell Cordovan model, but the owner was unaware of it since the shoes were dusty. They didn't look like anything special, so I snatched them up immediately, Keep an eye out. Good deals are not always obvious because obvious deals get snatched up very quickly. Make sure to take advantage of the Make an Offer button, if it's available, to try and get a lower price. Many sellers are ready and willing to make a deal, so don't be shy. While a lowball offer may be rejected, an honest faith offer is usually accepted, so give it a try. Step 3 is probably my favorite, which is to shop smarter, not harder, and let others do the work for you. There are some really great resources for you online for used shoes. For example, David at vcleat.com runs a fantastic website where he keeps an active and open watch list of all the best shoes he's found online. I don't know how David does it, but he has a keen eye on finding good deals and making sure they're on his website for others to find as well. Just click on your size, and all the listings from eBay will come up that David has chosen. I found some fantastic shoes through this resource, and it's a good one if you check back often. Etsy is another great resource others may not know about, so go over and take a look-see. Another option is to join the Edmonds enthusiast group on Facebook or my Facebook group, #ShineYourShoes. Members often place their shoes for sale on these two pages, and some are absolutely fantastic deals. You can also make a post and inquire if anyone is selling shoes in your size. This is a good option because more often than not, members of these groups are trustworthy and take care of their shoes, so you know you'll be getting a well-kept pair. Members of these groups are also very watchful and can let you know about sales that shoe companies like Edmonds or others may be having. Thanks to careful members, I was able to pick up these suede strands for $149 last week because I was alerted to the sale. So it's a good idea to have these guys around, so go ahead and join those groups. You won't regret it. And last but certainly not least, you can look for trustworthy sellers that consistently offer good deals. As I've mentioned before, one of my best resources for online shoes is eBay seller Debondo1. Steve and his wife Andy have never let me down, and I've been buying shoes from them for years. They offer thousands of Edmonds at absolutely fantastic prices and have been on eBay for 20 years. I recently found these strands through them, and if you look at them in comparison to the retail pair I have, there's hardly a difference. Finding strands like these is not uncommon with Debondo1, and every single pair I've gotten from them has been this good. You just need to use the steps I've outlined and just keep an eye out for a good deal. Just last week, a member of the Edmonds enthusiast group found a pair of rare coffee shell cordovan strands from Steve and Andy in almost new condition. Remember, some of the best deals will be found online since rare and discontinued shoes are no longer available in store. I've left the link to their eBay store and Facebook page in the description of this video, so check them out. Steve and Andy Bond at Debondo1 have over 36,000 5-star reviews and a 100% positive rating on eBay, making them one of the best eBay sellers in the world. I've never had a bad experience with them, and I'm positive you will too. They currently have thousands of pairs available right now and sell belts and cedar shoe trees as well. They ship priority mail, so 99% of the time you get the shoes in 2 days. Make them a reasonable offer and Steve will never let you down. For example, here's a pair on sale as of yesterday. It's a pair of Dartmouths, which are a special makeup pair of Edmonds with Joseph Aboud. These are unworn, brand new day-night sole, and the only thing I could find wrong with them was a tiny little discoloration line right there. But if you've watched my channel, you know that shoe cream is all it takes just to add that pigment back, and the shoes will be good as new. They're about $219, which is half off what they normally are, but make Steve and Andy a reasonable offer and you can take these home for even less. So this is just a great example of the kind of shoes that they have available right now. So what'd you think? We may be stuck at home, but that doesn't mean we can't find great deals online. Remember to know your true brand size, look for misspelled names, inspect pictures thoroughly, and let others do the work for you, and I'm very confident you'll find a great pair today. Thanks to online shopping, I was able to pick up these 2 pairs of strands for the same price as I paid for this 1 pair at retail, so it really pays off to look around to find a great deal. Don't forget to check out Steve and Andy's shop at Debondo1 on eBay. I left all the info to their store in the description of this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and share for more content in the future. Make sure to check out my other videos as well if you'd like to learn more about shining your shoes. Look for me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Elegant Oxford for more. Remember to care for your shoes so that they'll last you for years to come. Always put your best foot forward. The small details matter most, so don't forget to #ShineYourShoes. I'll see you next time.